Money is on Blake Lively being wrong. All right, you guys, it is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni Day. Finally. I've been teasing that all week. And let me just say to all of the women out there that are watching, no matter what you do in life, you never, ever, ever go full Amber Heard. To begin, let's start with the end. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni, that we have to compartmentalize. Blake Lively is not a good person. So no matter what happens in this lawsuit, no matter who wins in the end, do not let it distract you from the fact that she has proven herself not to be a kind person, okay? I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with was Blake Lively, who got the cover of Glamour at some time when I was working at Glamour magazine. And so people just know this behind the scenes. You should just know that she is a bit of a brat.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. You like the movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan?
I love most of his movies, and this one was so visually amazing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Do you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And working in digital.
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
I love Jesse's suits and how
that's what I'm saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know.
Corey's wardrobe was gorgeous. Those high-waisted pants.
So there it is. That's just modern feminism on steroids, where they just can't even think straight because they're perpetually offended and they're remarkably unlikable. So the internet started pulling out these clips, and suddenly there were these headlines, and people were just very upset with Blake Lively and started stringing together her pattern, okay? So her reputation, you could say, last year completely tanked. And it didn't seem like it was going to be salvageable because that's how the internet works. Once they start to see who you are, they don't tend to forgive you. But then suddenly, okay, right before Christmas on December 20th, Blake Lively filed a complaint against Justin Baldoni and others in California claiming sexual harassment. Now, I want to make something very clear to you. She filed a complaint at first, not a lawsuit. Okay, so on December 20th, she had filed a complaint with the Californian Civil Rights Department. She files it on December 20th, and lo and behold, on the 21st, the day after, somehow the New York Times gets a hold of it, okay? A private complaint, should have remained private. Suddenly, the New York Times gets a hold of it, and they run the complaint in its entirety the day after with an accompanying article, which was published the day after that on December 22nd. So within 48 hours, the New York Times got it, published it, and people are reading it. The New York Times is basically burying Justin Baldoni in this. They're saying they're releasing private emails between him and his PR team and private emails amongst just the PR team, basically saying, as they quote, "We can bury anyone." And of course, just what Blake Lively would have expected. Instantly, Hollywood floods in. Me Too has been resurrected. They're giving statements. Amber Heard comes out of the woodwork and gives a statement, which I feel like after allegedly pooping on Johnny Depp's bed, she should maybe always sit this one out. But she didn't. She's like, nope. I'm with her. We're all with her. But actually, quite remarkably, the internet for the first time had a bit of pause. And one of the things that they had a bit of pause about was, why did she not file a lawsuit? If this is all true, why did Blake Lively not file a lawsuit? And instead kind of went to a civil rights private thing and then gave it to the New York Times. I mean, they're alleging she gave it to the New York Times. I don't know who else could have given it to the New York Times. I don't think Justin Baldoni or anyone on his team gave it to her. And they started to ask the question, was this actually just a way to salvage her reputation? They were unsure. After the public then kept saying, why did you not file an actual lawsuit? This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit. This is the exact language of the lawsuit. It reads, Mr. Baldoni inserted improvised, gratuitous, sexual content and or scenes involving nudity into the film, including for an underage character in highly unsettling ways. So I read that and I'm like, okay, now we're inching towards, this guy, even young girls, underage character, he's doing this even to young women on set. And then I read the comments. that were beneath this article. And someone pointed out to me that that was manipulative language because while it says underage character, okay, the actress that played the underage character is not underage at all. So the protagonist of this film, it used to be a book, it's been adapted into a film, is a young woman named Lily Bloom. So Blake Lively plays the older Lily Bloom, and another actress plays the younger Lily Bloom. So that's the underage character, which is played by Isabella Ferrer. But Isabella Ferrer is 23 years old. So just by putting that in the lawsuit and knowing that not everybody has seen this film, not everybody has read the book, and even if they have, they don't know how old Isabella Ferrer is, it was a way to make it sound like Justin Baldoni, again, was this huge creep. And when I found that out, I said, okay, she's playing a very interesting game. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show.
So, and the question really is, why was Crisis PR brought in? Crisis PR was brought in because there were negative stories about Justin that were being leaked to the media, not about sexual harassment. There were negative stories about Justin being brought in saying no one likes him. He's been a problem on set. Stories like that. And Crisis PR was brought in to say, this won't be good for the film. Crisis PR was also brought in because there were negative stories about Blake Lively, not that Justin created, but that existed out there. I mean, fans and media can be brutal. They go back through your history. They go back and look and say, what interviews have you given before? How have you treated people? How, are you promoting the film in a way where you're promoting your hair care products? And in a way that's not true and genuine as far as domestic violence is concerned. They go back and they see those videos. They bring them out organically. That's not Justin doing that. That's not Justin's Crisis PR doing it. In fact, what he wants is a successful movie. He wants to protect the movie. And all through the text messages, you'll see over and over and over again, him saying, I don't want to hurt her. I want to protect her. Let's give her what she wants. Let's help her. That's what he's doing.
My money is on Blake Lively being wrong. I think she is 100% wrong. This doesn't make him a good guy. Doesn't make Justin Baldoni a great guy. Please do not think I'm a Justin Baldoni stan. I know nothing about him and I hate 90% of Hollywood. But in this circumstance, I just think he's going to win the lawsuit. And I think New York Times, based on what I have seen of what I would describe as doctored correspondences, doctoring it by not giving people the full correspondences, is going to end up having to settle this lawsuit and paying Justin Baldoni, as well as the PR women that are listed in this lawsuit, paying them out for misrepresenting what they actually said. That's my take. You can agree with it. You can not agree with it. Can't wait to see what your comments are.